Alright, we're gonna play Keats the Cave. It is very hard. 0 clears out of 777 attempts. Oh my lord. Maneuver through this deadly cave using wildlife, platforms, and angry rocks. I see an angry rock right there already. Okay. I'm confident. I'm confident. I'm definitely gonna give it my all to beat this. Even though nobody has after 777 attempts, which is cool. Okay. Alright. He's got a little parachute, so you know that now. Okay. This already is tricky, but cool. This is like a skill I want to learn. Making this jump around a thwomp. I think my problem right now is that I'm running and then jumping. I think I want to like stand still for a second right at the edge, and then spin jump up and around. Ah. Okay, okay. And the coins are facing that way. But yeah, I felt like it would be easier to do that side. Ooh, more of these, huh? Oops! Okay, that's okay. We can just do it again. We can just do it again. Just gotta get a nice bounce off this thwomp. Alright. That's kind of like closer to what I want to do though. Like I'd rather jump up into its bottom than just fling myself off. I think that's like closer to the solution. I think I also have to wait a bit more. The time that I got it successfully, I did it like way later than I usually am. Because that gives it a bit of time to get out the way. In the immortal words of Ludicrous. The immortal ludes of Wordicrous. The immortal ludes of Wordicrous. The immortal words of Ludicrous. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Oh my god! I need to get out the way. I mean, the font also needs to get out the way. Alright, here we go. This is tricky. Oh my god, I was drifting to the left! Just very slightly. I wasn't touching the D-pad at all there. I should have noticed. Okay. That's good. 2 in a row. Okay, that's tricky. You have a lot of momentum. I think I basically just have to... Because I'm, like, jumping towards it like that, it's gonna, like, trigger sooner than the interaction with the one down there. You know, because I'm coming at it from higher. I think... No, that's not how it works. It works based on columns, I think. Anyways, I'm just trying to figure out if there's, a timing difference. Like, should I do it pretty much immediately as I land? Or what? Like, what? Okay. So that was the problem you're having at first. On the other one. So that's like, okay. It means, oops. It means there's, like, a learning process that we've done once. And we can do again. Oh my gosh. what was that I was just saying about a learning process? Am I not a learning algorithm? Am I not passing forward these valuable memories to my sensory response in the future? So that seems like a good idea. It seems like that makes people like really good at Go and navigation and oops. Oh my gosh. Okay. But not jumping over the munchers. That's not something that's we can learn through sheer learning. But I guess what I mean is that's just not something we can learn, period. Okay. It's okay. This time. There's the run. There we go. And then... Okay, that was good. That was actually really good. Because I jumped straight up into it. So all I have to do is make that same jump. But, like, curve hard out and then back in. And maybe do it a little bit later. That was alright too. That's like a new way to die. On the way down. New one? Okay. Okay, alright. That's not fine. That's quite fine. What if I tried this? How are you feeling about this one? Okay, maybe not. What I was thinking is like the spin jump. I think you. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like that. I kind of like that because it's like closer to what I'll be doing to the next one too. Spin jump on and spin jump off. Or maybe I just got really lucky. I want to end. I want to jump at the leftmost part of this platform. Oops, not that leftmost. Not that far left. That's something I never thought I would say in my entire life. Not that far left. That's a political joke. Politics, eh? Sometimes you spin jump on the thwomp. Sometimes the thwomp spin jumps on you. Or parachutes onto you, as the case may be. Okay, I'm gonna focus up. We haven't had a good run in a little while now. The spin jump onto the platform strategy has worked literally once. Maybe it's time to abandon it. Yeah, that feels a little better. Because I get there faster, I feel like. So I can have a little bit more time to, like, position myself. Yeah. But what am I to do here? Ah, shoot. Shoot. I gave in to kind of, like, temptation, you know? I knew, I just, that looks so hard. I think my way of doing it is easier. Like, maybe it is possible to get, like, a really good spin jump that has that much momentum, and then pull it, like, all the way back. That's okay, it's okay. I just gotta wait a bit. I just gotta wait a little bit more, I think, is the key. Alright, what was I saying about focusing up before I started rambling on again? Alright, this time. No, not that time after all. How about this time? Ah! It's so tough! What happened to just roaming around Sherbet Mountain? Getting those red coins, huh? Were those nice times? Okay. Okay. Okay, finally. Oh my gosh. Sometimes it feels like I can do it so consistently, and then other times, like, just nothing happens. For, like, 20 attempts in a row. This would be... I don't know. I mean, I have only seen one part of the level. The course description references wildlife and stuff. Like, things are gonna get crazy, I'm sure. Well, that hadn't happened before. That's kind of interesting. I guess normally I'm a little more careful about the trajectory I take. Like, I've been kind of trying to delay going over, just kind of like allowing myself to drop a bit first, so that I can sneak in under the thwomp. So I guess that is necessary. I guess that's what it's good that I've been doing. Okay. I'm so impatient! Okay. Patience. No. Okay. Patience. Too much patience. Isn't that what they say? Too much of a virtue is a sin? No one has said that. Ooh, I really kind of clipped that one. Okay, patience. I immediately spin jumped again! I literally did not remember patience. Even after saying it out loud. Seconds before. Perhaps not even a full second before I had said the word patience. And then I demonstrated no patience. I can see why this accumulated 777 plays. Oh, gosh. I've easily put in 100. in the last 10 minutes. Or maybe that's not feasible. 100 in the last 10 minutes, that would be 1 every 6 seconds, right? 600 seconds, and then, yeah. I don't know if I've done that. Probably not, actually. I don't know, some of these are, like, real fast. Like, we're just tallying up the deaths here. I hope there's a cosmetic for deaths. I don't think there is, but I think that would be fun. You know, make you feel like even this is contributing to something. That time I did kind of something slick. I did a really low jump, and then I had too much momentum because of that. This level has quirks, you know? Like... so that was better patience. I was just running around for some reason. I have to, like, really slowly just make my way to the edge. I can't be running amok. Okay. Ah, I jumped too soon again. I definitely jumped too soon. It's like, I think if I have a really good trajectory, I can jump earlier. So it's not like I'm just jumping too soon, it's that I'm not giving myself the easy jump. That was a little better. I still jumped too soon, but I think I had a really good trajectory there. Ah, okay. That was also maybe okay. That time we got squished by the thwomp, which means we jumped too late. So I think this is like a good way to think about it. Like, you should be kind of Goldilocks-ing these sorts of challenges, right? Like, it's not good if you're like always early. It's not good if you're always late. That means that you really just need to make like a complete adjustment. But if you start getting earlies and lates, it means you're kind of, you know, circling around the actual solution. So that was late. We'll probably get an early here. Or maybe we'll just get it. I should remain optimistic. Aha! See? And now I'm gonna die to this thing. Almost certainly. Okay, not bad, not bad. Unsure what to do here. Ah, okay, alright. Not bad, not bad. I got a spin jump off of that platform. The Z, of course, indicating that. Thank you very much. I think that's, like, very good practice. I mean, I think in some situations, if it's not, like, a super challenging level, and the obstacles are well telegraphed, then you can leave it out. Like, probably the kind of aesthetic of the level is better without it. But, for something like this, I think that's a really... This is just an overall good thing to include. Because the aesthetics of this level are already just a nightmare world. So many munchers, so many thwomps, there are many spikes, so many obstacles remaining to be seen. I saw a spike top, we're gonna have to spin jump onto that as he roams around his platform. So it's rocks with stone faces, I remember that, rocks with angry faces, and winged platforms, and wildlife. So we might actually be near the end. We've seen like all three of our obstacles now. So it could be that we've seen like the... Whoa, what am I doing? The final challenge. But who knows? All I know is that I'm beating this level. Or am I? No. Okay, so that was early. That was early. It's good to kind of keep track of it. So that was early, so try a bit later. Okay, that was late, so try a bit earlier. Easy, easy. That felt so clean. I feel so fresh and so clean about that one. And then I died. Did you see it? I just, like, stopped. I jumped on the platform, and then I just stopped. And from there, I just... Oh, look at that! You see that? Twice in a row, I got, like, the most beautiful jump. Okay. Oh. Oh, we got it now. Okay. So... we were too fast? No, I think we were too slow. I think we were too slow, because... I think I do want to hit it on the side. It's not like I want to wait for it to get on the top of the spiny. So I was a little late to hit it from the side. Okay. That was probably the right timing, I just didn't have the right trajectory. Do you see what a god I am with that jump now? It feels so good. Alright, this is an awesome level. No mashing, plus 10 points. Everything else... Oh my gosh, I didn't press that. Okay. So it looks like the coins, of course, are showing me the trajectory here. That I want to, no, my beautiful jumps! Where are you? That wasn't as beautiful a jump as it could have been, but it was a little closer. Hey, nobody's gotten hit by that middle piranha plant. I mean, that middle muncher, sorry. Poor little muncher. Doesn't even get to munch. Ah, shoot. Shoot! Okay. I'm still thinking... this is another problem that I have a lot. I'm sure this is a common problem. It's like you get pretty far in a level, you see, like, the next obstacle, like, once, right? From your PB attempt, you've seen it once. And so you're thinking about it. You're thinking, like, how do I beat that part the next time I get there? Right? And then that distracts you from doing all the parts you've already done. You can't focus on them because you're not really thinking about them anymore. You're thinking about all the other stuff you've seen. Trying to figure out in your head. Alright, here's another topic. Well, kind of another topic. Ah, shoot. That was actually pretty okay. I just had to start walking left again sooner. What was I? Okay, hold on. I gotta focus. We gotta get another good attempt here. Yeah, let's go. Okay. So, what to do there? See, I'm just gonna be thinking about it. I don't know why I ran back and got, like, more momentum that time. That was really weird. Like, what was I thinking? Okay, that was too soon. Alright, so here's my question. How well do you think you can memorize Mario levels? Like, how many times do you think you'd have to play through a level before you could draw out brick for brick what it looks like? Or if not brick for brick, within some reasonable error rate of accuracy. Oops. Excuse me. For some reason, I feel weirdly confident about this. I'm generally not, like, a visualizing person. I think much more in words than I do pictures. I have to kind of make a deliberate effort to think about what something looks like. And often I find I can't very well, and I have just more, like, a lot of descriptors and, like, associated feelings or something, but I can't actually, like, draw up a picture. But there's some exceptions. Oh, jeez. Oh man, that's the first time I've died there. That's such a bad omen. It's like I've unlocked it. I've unlocked being able to die to those. Anyways. I feel like when I think about video game... Oh, I told you! I've unlocked it! I'll die there like the next 5 times, I swear. It's a curse! It's a curse! Okay. Ah, that's not fair! I made the jump too good. Kind of. Well, no. I mean, you gotta follow this trajectory. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so it feels like when I picture Mario levels, I actually just have a pretty clear mental picture of what they look like. At least ones, you know, ones that I know very well. Like, just in general, I find myself more capable of like picturing the level and imagining myself playing through it than I am describing the level, like keeping a linguistic symbol in my head, some little descriptive paragraph or whatever, the way I do for a lot of other things. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting the way memory works. Oops. The very ability to recall images and see them in your mind's eye is something we really take for granted, but like isn't really necessarily like a part of consciousness or a part of memory or a part of like linguistic ability or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Like, of course it has like a really strong evolutionary advantage to be able to picture things in your head, especially like locations and stuff, and recognize them rather than, you know, describe them to yourself or being able to just kind of think about them with your language. But of course I think in most animals this sort of hallucination, this mental picturing as like a form of memory and consciousness is a lot more common than, of course, linguistic ability, which is something that humans alone really have at any sort of like real sophistication. And no offense to Alex the Talking Parrot, who of course had a lot of syntactical abilities and grammatical abilities, but it's difficult to say whether or not he had an internal monologue, you know. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the kind of like question and answer period which your mind has, where you often frame a request linguistically to your own mind. You're thinking, oh, what does that painting, the interior of the fern house, look like? You know? And you're kind of like running a little Google Images search in your brain, and then your brain starts to kind of paint the picture for you. As you recall different details, you kind of rebuild it in your mind's eye. Why do I keep jumping into the thwomp? I feel like I didn't used to do that very often. Okay. Alright, let's go. Let's go. We haven't gotten one of these in quite a while, it seems like. I'm gonna die. I knew I was gonna die! Why did I say I'm gonna die? That's so stupid of me. I just for the meme. I just knew for the meme I would die. What are we talking about? Consciousness? Of course we're talking about consciousness. What's more interesting to talk about than consciousness? So yeah, I would say consciousness has a couple different components. Of course. That sounds like such a stupid thing to say. But, ooh, we get to try again. Alright, never mind. What I mean by that is that it seems like there's kind of, man, I don't know if I want to talk about this. This is such a complicated subject. So, there's a really cool book called Thinking Fast and Slow that talks about kind of two thinking systems your brain has. System 1, which is totally automatic, which is just sort of coming up with things out of the blue, that forms all of your kind of instinctive thoughts, your ability to kind of recognize things, to do very quick comparisons in your head of this is heavier than this, etc., etc. It does a lot of stuff. In fact, it does really the vast majority of your decision making and of your the things that kind of motivate your actions. But it's not typically thought of as your consciousness. It's not really what we think is in charge. It's not the part that seems like it has free will. That's what they call System 2, which is the slow system. And that's kind of your internal monologue, your ability to kind of ask questions of yourself, which of course are often answered by System 1, which just sort of poofs whatever information you have out of your memory. And so I think this sort of like ability to internally hallucinate, to think, what does a muncher look like? Close your eyes, and not just know what the muncher looks like, not just be able to describe the muncher, but to actually see it. To actually see that little black and yellow bastard munching away. And to curse him out in your brain. That's System 2 doing the cursing. That's System 2 having this prolonged emotional fucking reaction. But it's System 1. It's System 1 that puts that picture there. So yeah, I'm big into the idea of theories of consciousness that are sort of central to this duality. And of course the big one here is bicameralism, which is a huge topic. I don't really want to do it a disservice. So I think if it sounds interesting, like maybe you watched Westworld, which I've heard deals with this, then you should just check out this book, The Origin of Consciousness and the Breakdown of the Bicameral Mind. And it's very readable, it's very interesting. Okay, hold on. Okay. I'll give you a brief rundown of the theory, though, so you can see if this sounds like it's kind of an exciting idea to you. So, Julian Jaynes in this book posits that human consciousness as we know it is actually a fairly recent development. And it's something that happened in a somewhat similar time span in many different civilizations, when their society, when kind of human social interaction hit kind of a critical threshold. The way the mind itself worked began to significantly change. And the way he says that the mind used to work is that there was the speaking brain and the listening brain. That consciousness was only just kind of this almost an external, well, it's certainly an external seeming voice, but one that was seemingly external. I'm sorry, I have a hard time articulating this. So I'll just move to, I guess, like the first part of this book lays out this theory, and then the second part of the book starts dealing with archaeological evidence for this change. So he says that, oh, what the fuck, what am I doing? I gotta focus. Can't be talking about bicameralism. So he says that the idea of gods, the kind of origins of religion, come from this sort of hallucination. That people would be hallucinating a voice telling them to go work in the fields, to do certain tasks, and they would attribute this to the voice of their ancestors, perhaps because they really were hearing it in their ancestors' voice. You know, that voice kind of just echoing in your head in a way that we now simply know is kind of like, you know, your memories, like your memories just sort of playing, like in the way that you get a song stuck in your head. I'm sure we can all think of our parents saying certain things or whatever. So this was the origin of gods and religion and such, was people thinking that something else was talking to them, when really it was just this prototype consciousness. It was just the ability to think more abstractly in your own mind, to hold these imaginative ideas, to kind of like form internal language, allowing you to plan and think ahead and remember to do things. Anyways, so he shows that well, he attempts to show through archaeological evidence. And basically, the way I think of this book is like, it's definitely inconclusive, and the evidence, certain things I think for certain people will come off as more convincing than other things, just based on kind of your own experiences and what sort of things you can relate to, and what sort of archaeological inferences seem compelling to you or not. Oh, it just keeps happening. You know what I want to do? This is a terrible idea. I want to, like, get on that thwomp and spin jump on it like this, because there's enough space to do it. I just have to do another one. And then ride it to the top and use that and wait for, like, a favorable spike top cycle, then bounce over. Is that a good idea? Should I try that? I kind of want to try that. I kind of want to make it that far so I can try that. So, anyways, yeah. Even if you don't find the theory that compelling, the book is still very, very interesting. And you certainly will learn a lot about, like, a whole range of subjects, from archaeology to kind of modern culture studies and modern sort of fringe cults and stuff like that, to, like, really like very biologically based neurobiology and stuff, just looking at different parts of the brain under EMT and the way that people with different physical brain conditions like split brain syndrome or epilepsy respond in different situations, and how this kind of reflects all sorts of dualities in the brain. It's all very, very cool. And he has these... Oh my god. Should I try it? Should I try riding the thwomp? I don't think so. I think it's going to be a lot easier just to do it the right way. A lot faster. I mean, I'm coming for that world record. What was I going to say? Yeah, it's a really cool book. It's a really cool book. And for what it's... Me personally, as I said, like, it's not really necessarily about whether or not you believe what he's saying. But I think it's a pretty compelling line of thinking. I think it... I feel like the more I read about consciousness, from all different sources and all different books and all sorts of perspectives, very frequently I'm like, ooh, this makes me think of bicameralism. This makes me think that the brain used to be, as Julian Jaynes describes, this talking brain and listening brain. This, something talking to you instead of just you. Anyways, it's always that I think of it. It's always that it feels like, this feels like it could be relevant. It's never like, oh, this feels like it proves the exact opposite, you know? Like, I don't know. Anyways, it's an interesting subject. Man, I gotta focus up here. We got into too deep of a topic, and my Mario ability went down. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. I swear, if I hadn't died that one time and said, ooh, now I've unlocked it, I wouldn't have unlocked it, and I would have never died there again. I swear to God. And I'm sorry, we're gonna get back on the subject again. Isn't it interesting that a lot of people do have superstitions about themselves? They'll say things like, oh, I just knew I was gonna forget that. Like, I always forget my umbrella in the cab or whatever. So it's like, if you recognize this behavior, why don't you simply stop this behavior, right? And I'm asking that kind of naively and rhetorically. Like, I know that you can't just stop that behavior. I know that people have very deeply ingrained learned habits. So it's like, it really asks the question though, like, whose habits are those? What part of you is doing it, despite the part of you that seems like it's the thinking and decision-making part of you saying, no, let's not do it. You know what I mean? It's so fascinating to me. You know, you see those images of consciousness being like an iceberg, that a very tiny tip is sticking out, but then the subconscious, invisible beneath the icy waters, is orders of magnitude larger. But I think that actually sells it short. I think that consciousness as we know it, the stuff that we're quote-unquote thinking, compared to the stuff that our brain is doing in the background, compared to... Oh my god! Compared to... Like, think about playing Mario, okay? What I'm thinking about is the level, sure, and I'm thinking about, like, what I'm saying. And then sometimes my thoughts will stray, and I'm thinking about other stuff. But the whole time, I'm also playing Mario. Like, I'm pressing right to run right, I'm pressing R to spin jump and B to regular jump, and I'm holding Y the whole time, and for some reason, when I die, I take my thumb off Y and B. What am I doing? And mash A, and I don't even know why I'm doing that. And this is like the first time I think I've ever noticed that I'm doing that, just because I was, you know, surveying what was going on with my hands. So it's like all of this stuff is happening. I mean, I'm not playing particularly well. Probably if I wasn't talking this whole time, I might be playing a bit better. But it's certainly not what I'm, like, thinking about. It's certainly not what words are in my head. It's certainly not... It kind of... You know what I'm talking about, right? Like, this isn't a weird phenomenon I'm describing. This is just how everyone is living all the time. That most of the things we do under hypnosis. That we do without thinking at all. All the minutiae of all of our actions are filled with millions and millions of tiny choices and adjustments and measurements. Who's doing that stuff? Who is that person? In what way are they me? I don't know. Is any of this interesting? Is this an interesting video? I mean, the video component, probably not that interesting. Dying to a thwomp over and over again. Oh, aren't you going to be excited when we beat it, though? I feel like we're getting close. Or I feel like it could be that we're getting close. Knowing how hard it is, I know it couldn't really have taken much less time than this. But I'm going to be shocked if we're not over halfway to beating it, you know, in terms of the amount of time it's going to take. Ah, see? That was pretty good. Except that I have a hard time believing I'm going to be able to make it over the next little bump just from spin jumping on that guy on the side, right? That doesn't look possible, but I hope I'm wrong. And then I also hope that this is the last obstacle. I kind of think it might be. I don't know. I'm going to laugh so hard if this is like the first fifth of the course. I don't think so, though. It can't be that hard. I mean, it's like very hard. It doesn't say mega hard or extremely hard or triple X hard. Not pornographic. I was thinking of like the Vin Diesel movie for some reason. You know? He does stunts in it, I'm sure. I haven't seen it. I saw a funny meme that was like, it's The Rock as a sassy but kind secret agent in a movie every summer until he dies. And it's like, it's funny to me because I couldn't name a single one of those movies. Like, I'm just aware that they exist. That that's the sort of movies The Rock makes. But I'm not sure if I can even tell the difference between The Rock and Vin Diesel. I guess it says something that I know that they look similar. They're bald, muscly men. But that's like all I got. Oh my gosh. I know Vin Diesel is like a huge nerd, and he made movies about his D&D character or something. That's cool. I'm like super into that. I think that's just so beautiful, and I don't understand why more rich celebrities are just constantly throwing money at bizarre vanity projects. Maybe because it would like ruin a lot of their careers. I don't know. But come on. Don't you want to see that? Don't you want to see, like, just, like, everybody gets the ability to make, like, one big budget movie? I don't mean just celebrities. I mean everyone. This is my genie's wish. And I'm sure there's all sorts of monkey paw problems with this. But, no, I'm down. 7 billion movies just simultaneously pop out of the imaginations of everyone. I assume a good 80 to 90% will just be pornographic fantasies. So those, may be interesting in some sort of statistical aggregate, but not something I'm gonna watch. But that last 10%, which is still 700 million movies, you know, there's probably some pretty cool stuff in there. Yeah. Right? 700 million? Okay, let's go. Oh my god. I've cursed myself. I've cursed my System 1. System 2 has the ability to reach down into System 1, and with the black-gloved hand of anxiety dripping in icy cold water, it just squeezes your System 1, makes it panic, and jump into the spike wall over and over again. For why? For why? Who wants that? Who among us wants that? It's interesting to think about, though. This is, oh my gosh, why am I just diving headlong into these gigantic topics that as soon as I bring up, I feel like I have a responsibility to the topic itself to try to give a good explanation of. But then it's actually something very difficult to talk about, like consciousness, or giving everyone in the world a movie, or The Rock. Alright, so this is actually pretty cool, though. So, there's a lot of mental illnesses that are largely genetic. That if your family has this mental illness, you're more likely to have it as well. You're more at risk for it. And, of course, there's a lot of other things that can be correlated here. Oops, if you're wondering, like, oh, how are they sure that there's a genetic component and not just, like, an environmental component, or, like, a family culture that's passed down generation to generation? And I would assume that those are, like, actually larger influences, but there is still an actual genetic component for things like major depressive disorder, schizophrenia, epilepsy. Anyways, oh my gosh. So, the question becomes, why hasn't this just been evolved away like hundreds of thousands of years ago? And there's kind of a number of responses. I think one that's like really worthy of having a conversation around is like perhaps a lot of these disorders really have only become prominent lately, and that ancient peoples were, this sounds mean, but they were just kind of too simple-minded, or their consciousness was in a more vestigial state. Or it could be that, oh my god, like culturally, these things were not seen as debilitating, but instead actually gave you perhaps privileged positions in societies, and thus made you actually more likely to pass on your genes. That's possible too. But the one that I think is quite interesting is trying to figure out how am I supposed to bounce off that spike top when it's almost already totally around that corner, and thus I'm almost guaranteed to hit the spike, A, and B, there's no way I can get up over the next part with the spike top that low. right? I think there's like no way. So now I'm thinking maybe I gotta do some really crazy shenanigans where I go back to the first spike top and then bounce back and forth between them until the second spike top is like ready and can bump me up over the next part. And if that's the case, you're crazy for this one, KKWYXD. And we're 45 minutes in. I don't know if I can do something that hard at 10:31 p.m. Ah, gosh. Yeah, okay, so I don't remember what all I said to this point, but my favorite perspective, my favorite kind of solution to this question of why are genetic mental illnesses or mental illnesses with genetic components like major depressive disorder still around? And what people like to speculate about, here we delve into the world of EvoPsych, evolutionary psychology. You have to be very, very careful when you're making EvoPsych arguments, because it's all so speculative, and it can so quickly lead to kind of like prescriptive behavior. It's impossible! I swear that it's impossible. This whole level is a big trick. Anyways, EvoPsych, generally be very skeptical if people are arguing from an EvoPsych perspective, and make your own arguments cautiously. But there is legitimate research to be done in the realm of EvoPsych. There are claims that you can make. One thing I've learned, and after this episode I'm going to look this up to make sure that I didn't quote-unquote learn it, i.e. like misunderstand a joke tweet or something. But one thing that I believe to have learned is that people with major depressive disorder and depressive episodes are more likely to A, judge the steepness of a slope as more steep. Ha! I heard the spin jump contact sound too. I heard them both simultaneously. They're more likely to judge the slope as steep, and they're more likely to be right about the steepness of the slope. Okay? So they're more cautious, they're more perhaps pessimistic about the feasibility of things. And I can see in early human society, in tribe hunting situations, things like that, it would be beneficial to have people that were like skeptics, that were demotivated, that were trying to encourage or really just discourage others from attempting things. I could see that being very beneficial, right? Like, I don't know. You think of an absolute stereotype of a depressed person. They just want to lie in bed all day. Alright? Now we've got a tribe of hunters. All they want to do is hunt. Hunt and gather. They're absolutely fanatical about hunting and gathering. But oh no! There's like a monsoon coming. That's like a thing, right? Isn't that like a big storm? And the tribe that's all gung-ho still runs out to hunt. Like, oh, it's cloudy over there. That usually means rain. Ah, you know what? No, I just gotta hunt. Like, I'm all fired up. I'm gonna be so bored if we don't go hunting. I'm not gonna hang out in the cave. Screw the cave. Bouncing off thwomps all day. Avoiding munchers. I hate munchers. And they're like, yeah, let's go hunt. Let's go hunt. Oh no, monsoon. The spikes. Flying from the heavens. Or rain, more likely. The whole tribe gets the flu. They die. GG. No more genetics passing on. Meanwhile, we have Tribe B. There's this guy there that just lies in the cave all day. They have to go to such efforts to make this person go hunt, okay? And then it's the same day. They're like, yeah, it's another hunt. I'm all for it. And depressed guy is like, oh my god, look, it's gonna rain. It's so dark outside. Like, you guys gotta stay back. Come on. I'm not going today. I'm just simply not. Like, I'm not getting rained on. You know, they maybe have a big argument or whatever. But maybe a lot of them don't go. And more specifically, this is the most relevant part, Depressed Man doesn't go. Depressed Man just spends all day in the cave, not even bothering to spin jump on the thwomps. He just hangs out by the big red arrow. But, you know, Depressed Man, he lives. He lives, and maybe eventually he has children. And that's all it takes. This is Evo Psych 101. As long as you can tell a story like that. Ah, goodness. Or to use the more direct example that I remember hearing about. The entire tribe is navigating some sort of mountain pass. Everybody's like, you know what, I'm pretty sure I can just kind of hoof it down this hill. Looks pretty gentle. And Depressed Man, he's like, alright, no, I'm taking the long way, like, screw you guys, or even just like, I'm gonna stay here, like, I don't understand why we're migrating anyways. Everything is the same. Plains, forest, mountain, swamp, you know, and you guys are talking about going to an island? Like, F that, that's too much effort. I'm definitely not going down this steep slope. It's impossible. And then that person lives. That person lives, and maybe they have kids. Could it be? Could this be why we get depressed? Is this the role that depressed people were meant to fill? I don't know. I'm really talking out of my ass right now. These are just sort of articles I've read in the past. Rational Wiki page, wow. Aspects of books that I've read. All kind of gummed up into my own theories. So please don't take anything I say as like gospel. But it's stuff that I'm all interested in. So, you know, in the future I'm just gonna try to learn more about it. I'll talk more about things I learn on this subject. We're getting close to an hour. I'm gonna focus until the hour mark. No more talking about consciousness. No more talking about the rock. Just Seriously's attempts. I really want to beat this. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Okay. Acceptable. Okay. 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 It's all fun. Yes, okay. Okay. So, it's way easier to get up there than I thought. And I just gotta pull way further back. Hey, the thwomp upstairs is triggering if I jump, that's funny. I just gotta pull way further back to get that spike top. I get it now, I get it now. All has been revealed. And then it looks like, on the last part, I just have to ride on the back of the blue spike top across the big muncher lagoon. I love the word lagoon. I regret giving these nasty munchers the designation of lagoon. It's just the word that came to mind first. Okay, here we go. Focus up. Ah! Okay. It's goddamn spikes, man. I think I gotta jump more straight up and down. That I underestimate how much I can drift over if I just jump straight up and then drift over the spikes. Okay. Yep, that's good. Yeah, kind of like that, but you know, not hitting the spikes. know? That time I hit the spikes, but I want to not hit the spikes. Hmm. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, hitting the spikes is so frustrating. Because, like, when I screw up the spikes, it's like, I genuinely don't remember, like, what I was supposed to do. Whereas the thwomps, you know, it's obvious what I'm supposed to do. Okay. Oh, you motherfucker. It just goes back so quickly! Okay. Good. So bad. Just so bad. It hurts so bad. Okay. Damn it. We had a really good streak going there. We had like 5 spike deaths in a row, I think. Okay, that's good. Okay. Oh my god, that was so scary. Oh, I ran off before I hit that. Oh, I just jumped in the... I haven't done that in so long. Oh, no, I can't be screwing up on this guy again. We were done with this guy. This guy was over. This guy was... Okay. It's okay. All of this is just totally fine. Jake is playing Smash Bros. Ultimate. Good for Jake. Good for Jake. We have more important things to do. We need to get to the end of this cave. Okay. That's fun. That's fun. Alright. What will help? I'm gonna whistle the Canclay ED. That sometimes gives me strength. No, this isn't fun. I remember doing that in playing Getting Over It, and I was able to make some breakthrough. When I think about it, you know, we've been stuck on this level for like an hour now. That's nowhere near as long as I was stuck on Getting Over It, which is really just one level too. So it's okay. It's okay. It's all fine. It's all just fine and dandy. I still think I spent more time on that stupid impossible level that I found in Easy Endless than I did on this. So, you know, I should just be grateful. I should be grateful for how easy this is. Okay. Alright, good. Todoke, Todoke. Ba ba da ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. Oh my god, I hate this. Do I hate this? Not really. I hate the fact that I can't beat it. I don't hate the level or the experience. I suppose in the end I only hate myself? That doesn't sound right. I hate whatever part of me is actually playing the video game. And you know what? I don't even really hate it. I'm just disappointed. Maybe I should be more encouraging. Alright, go! You got this. Ganbate! Alright, positive mental attitude. Positive mental attitude. I'm a great Mario player. I'm a fantastic Mario player. So many people would have given up by now. So many people would have given up on this first swamp. But you know, I got content to make. I got long-ass 1-hour videos that nobody asked for. I got, you know, everybody's saying 15 minutes is fine, but no. I gotta bring you the hour. The hour of caves. You should check out a web fiction called The Northern Caves. It's very good. It's written as a series of forum posts, and it really nails the feeling of forum posts. And it tells like a really, really interesting narrative. Such a brilliant idea for a narrative. It's the kind of fiction I really want to write myself. It has everything I like. It's not that long. You can easily read it in an afternoon. Maybe I should reread it. Yeah, I feel like I've forgotten a lot of details. Anyways, The Northern Caves. What? What was gonna happen? I don't understand. Should I have stayed on the beetle when it went down into the hole? Should I have just tried to make that jump? I guess we'll find out this time. Or not, or not, or not, because I was 1 pixel too far. Over an hour of caves now. Caves and consciousness. Okay. 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 I'm gonna try just, like, chilling out right here. Oh, that's so hard. Is that really what I'm supposed to do? No, because it gets stuck down in the thing. It's a one-way door. So it's just gonna be stuck down there. So it can't come up and take me the rest of the way. I think I just gotta really make a big jump. Like, right when it's going down the side into the hole, I think is best. And then, yeah, just hope that there's something on the other side of all those munchers. Okay. Oh, okay. I just gotta do it a little bit later, I guess. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. I can't imagine what else I'm supposed to do. It looks like there's more stuff, though. Did you see? There was like a little platform to land on, and then there was part of a pathway. like what's that actually called? The guided system thing. A rail? Why can't I think of what that's called? I think it's a rail. I mean, like, what they're called in-game. Of course. Okay, so that's the first time I've ever gone on that side of it. So that's good. I'm Goldilocksing it, I guess. As I said before, I think that's kind of a good sign that you're heading towards the solution with some consistency. I thought I had that part consistent too. Okay. I swear to God, though, I'm gonna make this video. I'm gonna upload it. And then my friend Ryan is gonna see it. And while he's playing Classic WoW, and while he's woodcutting on Runecraft, he'll beat this level in like 15 minutes. That's my estimate. 15 minutes. I think less than that is unfeasible. It's genuinely a really tough level. But more than that, you know, I may be a little disappointed. Oh, that's so hard! It looks so impossible. Like, even if I clear the Munchers, I feel like I'm just gonna land in the pit next to the platform. And I felt like that was a pretty good one. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. I felt like that was like a pretty good... Like, I launched from the best spot I could be expected to launch from. We'll see. Alright, come on. It's cool when I can do the second chance. That feels really neat. Even if I blow my second chance like that. Yeah, I think Ryan, in like a 15-minute server outage, will beat this level while still grinding woodcutting in OSRS. That's my belief. That's my understanding of him as a gamer. See, that was bad. I think I have to do like one big one so that I can kind of come down on the spike top with momentum, you know? I think if I just do a short one into the big one won't have anywhere near as much momentum because I'll only be able to have so much horizontal speed when I come down on the spike top. So I want to do one where as much as possible I swing out to the left, come back on the right, hit the spike top as far as I can on the right with as much rightward speed as possible. And then maybe, even then it feels so impossible, I'll be able to beat this goddamn level. Okay. I'm gonna try waiting like hella long maybe. Like, until it's actually going down the other side, because that means I get to go over much more horizontally. Or not much more, but you know, perhaps a significantly large amount more. Tomorrow I'm playing a game called Micro Mages. It looks sweet. It's a NES game that's just come out recently. Yes! Oh my god. Okay, what happens here? What am I supposed to do? I think I'm aiming for that coin. But if I'm aiming for that coin, why is there this platform? Oh. What? What? What the hell? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do there? I guess I want to get on that pipe, but how? Okay. Anyways, so we're playing this game Micro Mages. It's got platforming elements. It's like a very kind of skilly type game. I'm curious. Not that I'll really have a good way to measure this, because I've never played this game before. But my hope is that playing a bunch of this game, especially playing a hard level like this, will make me play this game well, Micro Mages. I think that's at all feasible. I've kind of noticed in some situations, like, it used to be that if I played a bunch of Tetris and then I played Melee, I felt capable of playing Melee, like, much faster. Just because I was already, I think, in such high gear from playing Tetris. I was used to having to think as quickly as possible, to input things as quickly as possible, etc., etc. Whereas if I just start playing Melee, you know, I have, like, so many bad habits, so many areas of laziness and complacency and, oh, you know, this usually works. Whereas Tetris, you can't play like that. Like, you have to just be going as quickly as possible. Yeah, at least for playing Sprint, which was what I was super into. There is no place for complacency. Goodness. Itai. Okay. How long are we gonna do this? How long until I give up? I really want to beat it. I really want to beat it. So, I'm... okay, alright, let's just focus. Let's just focus. We don't need to worry about setting a time limit if I just beat it. Easy. Actually quite hard. It's not easy at all. Oh, no, it's not easy at all. Okay. Okay, alright, is it easy? Is it easy though? Is it, can I just do this easily? Or am I gonna die on the first thwomp? Okay, die on the second thwomp. No! Not even die on the second thwomp. Die on the spikes? Show me die on the spikes. Oh, no? Okay, alright. You're gonna show me die on the spike tops? Oh, no, we're not dying on those spike tops. Okay, but we're gonna die here, right? Yeah, okay, alright, I thought so. That's the first time I've screwed that up. Spin jumping onto the blue spike top. Usually that part's quite easy. I hope I haven't unlocked it, as we discussed before. So there I think I'm just jumping too early, so I'm lower in my jump trajectory when I get to it. I don't think that it's that I'm late. I think at first it's because I thought I was late, but I really just have to jump at the very edge of the platform. It's good to recognize stuff like that, I think. It's good to try to articulate those things to yourself while you're playing. A very good friend of mine is the best break the targets player in the world. So, you know, there's a mini game in Super Smash Bros. Called Break the Targets. You have to just destroy, attack 10 targets on a stage. In Melee, every character gets its own stage. It's the one that's been competed in the most. Still, people actively trying to set new world records. What now? 18 years after the game's launch? My friend is the best. He has the total lowest high score in the most world records. So that's cool. That's very cool to me. And I really enjoy talking about it with him. And watching him play and kind of seeing the focus he has and hearing kind of the way he thinks about it and stuff. And he says that his mind goes pretty blank while he's doing it, and that really the only kind of articulate thoughts he has are just observances of, like, Oh, that was a little slow. That was a little fast. It's too late on that. Just kind of keeping track, you know. It's not like you necessarily have to have a full statistical log to identify your most common errors. But just kind of using good old System 2 to train System 1 a little bit. Just give a little bit of feedback with what the more thinking mind, conscious mind notices. We're back on that, of course. So yeah, I think that's probably a good way to play this. I'd like to hear, you know, what other people who grind very kind of like repetitive, fairly simple, but like actually quite nuanced, requiring a lot of muscle memory and stuff. Oh, definitely too early. Like what they're thinking. GoldenEye speedrunners, or other people that grind really hard Mario levels like this, or people who compete for Mario level world records. Things kind of on that time scale. What are you guys thinking about? Is it bicameralism? Is it The Rock? Or is it, like my friend, just kind of a running commentary of what needs to be done next time? Oh my god. I wanted to hit it like as far possible to the right with as much speed as I could, but it was not to be. Ooh, what the fuck? So, I can land like that and not get killed, and then other times, I just smell the muncher and the hitbox extends through space and time to munch me. It's not fair. The game's not fair. How did I not spin jump on it? Goodness. Goodness gracious. These spike tops. I'm losing my godforsaken mind. That was cool. I just like perched. Okay. Here we go. Bum ba dum bum. Oh, I hate when I can hear the sound of the spin jump alongside the... Wait, what is that? How does it actually sound? I totally forget now. That's so weird. No, that's... Oh, that was terrible. I gotta wait until lower. Like, let the platform sink a bit so I can get more of a running jump. Like a lower angle jump onto the platform. I am getting consistent at like a lot more of these parts though, which is cool. As I was saying. Okay. 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 Oh, God, I psyched myself out. I think if I had done it, you know, on the last actual successful jump, we might have been okay, like maybe... You know, I don't know. It's really hard to judge these things, right? Like, when you've only done it successfully literally once, and then you immediately just jumped out a coin and died. Thank you very much. It's, what am I doing? That is not the spin jump button, unfortunately. Okay. I wonder if I'm close to the end. I'm so scared that I'm gonna go down that pipe and it's just gonna be, like, a whole other area's worth of stuff. Not that I even have the foggiest idea how to get to that pipe, but, you know, we'll deal with that when we come to it. Oh my god, what? It's like gone as soon as it's gone. I guess that's better. If it was the type of noise to get caught in your head. Whoa. What? 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 Boom. Is that it? Oh my gosh. I genuinely don't. Is that? It doesn't sound right. Wow, I'm getting to hear it a lot, because clearly I've devoted way too much of my brain to trying to whistle this, and not enough to playing. Okay. Oh, I'm like adding another note. I'm making it like go... I don't know. I'm like trying to change it a little bit. I can't do it. Alright, I'm more frustrated about my inability to whistle the death sound than I am to not die. Alright, I won't be frustrated by it if I just don't die. There we go. That's it. That's the motivation we needed, I'm sure. It's like, there's some note that I add, but then I don't know what note it's replacing. It feels like the one in my... It's hard to do it at full speed, too. So I don't think I can ever just mirror it. Bleh. Okay, focus up, focus up. You don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that. The noise you make when you instantly die is interesting, too. Is that the sound of Toadette's voice? Do you know what I mean? I can't make it. I don't know what I thought would happen. I just made mouth sounds so confidently and I thought I could imitate it. You know, the noise that happens right at the start, as soon as the death animation starts. What the heck is that noise? Okay. Man. Okay. It's the best attempt in a while. I kind of like the doing it. So you saw I was doing it like super low for a while, and then I had to like charge it up a bit. Like I couldn't just do big ones right away. So I think it's actually better to just do big ones the whole time, because it looks like the timing would work out. Like I think when I successfully did it, I did big ones the whole time, and the timing just works out. A rare kindness from KKWYXD. A rare moment of sympathy he has for poor me. I don't know. What if it's just like everything that I'm doing is not the intended way of doing it? That would be hilarious. I don't think so though. Like what else could I be doing? Not that. Not that. Not that. I think that's the first time those spikes have killed me. I think I've always made that jump. So that's another one unlocked, I'm sure. We'll see a whole bunch more of those. Alright, here we go. PMA. Positive mental attitude. Didn't die there before. I haven't died there before. That's so exciting. That's so interesting. Okay. Here. Yeah. And here. Okay. 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 Alright. Okay. We're still doing it. Okay. Oh my god, if that thing ever kills me. I swear to god, if that thing ever kills me, it's just over. Mario Maker is over. Oh. I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I think I gotta... But it's like, if I stop now, what if I lose the ability to do the parts that I'm actually pretty consistent at? Like, what if I have to just start again from basically scratch? I don't know. I don't think so. At the same time, it may actually be a long time before I beat this. Like, I don't know. I think I'm getting more tired. So any kind of skill I gain from familiarity and muscle memory is maybe just being offset by how tired I am. Like, who knows? I think I am just still consistently playing better, though. Like, dry spells of good runs seem to happen less frequently, and it seems like I'm still getting more and more... every time I talk about consistency, I jinx myself, but I'm getting more and more consistent with all of the parts that I'm decently consistent at. So it feels like I should keep going if I want to have any hope of beating this. That right now is my best opportunity until I devote a good chunk of time to getting back to as easy as it is right now. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep at it. Let's keep at it. Yeah, well, that's one that can happen. We've certainly seen that one quite a few times. And that one. That was the oldest one of all. Old friend. You know, old deaths are silver and new deaths... No, wait. Wait, how does that go? New friends are silver and old friends are gold. One is... Wait, no, there's like another part. Oh wait, no, it goes like... Oh, it goes like this? We just got here again, so what the fudge am I supposed to do? Oh, I think I get it. The coin is an indicator of where I'm supposed to jump. Okay. And I have to... There's like a specific spot where if I just... I'll just show you. Yes! Yes! Thank you, God! Okay, a checkpoint. My hope is 100% restored. I mean, it is and it isn't. Because it feels like there's probably still a lot more level. But, checkpoint! Look at this, we're here! We're here! We've never been here before, and we're already here again. Oh, joyous day. Oh, Kalukale. Okay, so this is cool. Gotta time it right. That's not it. And then we gotta trigger that moving platform. And then we gotta iframe the heck somewhere. Oh, that's dumb. That's obviously not gonna work. I think it's best to drop down under the semi-solid and run from here. Okay. Loop. Loop. Nope. Too late. That was a too late, so we'll go earlier. Loop. Loop. That was also too late. Even earlier. Loop. 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 Okay. Even earlier. So it's like right as one is dropping down the bottom of the pit, I think. There. 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 No, too early. Too early, too early. That's okay. Too early, too late, you'll end up great. Too late, you won't end up great. Both sayings rhyme. Both are true. Oh, yeah, a little too late. Just a little too late. Too early. It's like I'm trying to just look at the mushroom so I can get the timing down and do everything else by muscle memory. But if I kind of look away from my character for too long, I just like do it. It's so weird. Like that time again too. I just did it kind of without even telling myself to. Again, spooky theories of consciousness are what come instantly to mind. Again, totally nonsense timing. But I think it's like right when the mushroom is dropping off the bottom of the screen is when I should start running. Oh. Oh my, that has never happened before, and I hope it shall never ever happen again. Yes! Okay, and then go, go, go. No! That's tight! That is tight. Okay, so. Okay. I have to do this again? No! I thought it was free. And I'm so scared that that moving platform I activated, I have to like get somewhere in a certain time limit or else it's no good. That's my guess. Wait, why do I have to spin jump here, by the way? Can't I just normal jump? Isn't that just as good? Let me try. Right? I think that's even better, because it's like I get more hang time and in the path of the mushroom. Like, I know it says Z, so maybe I'll never be able to get this to work, but like, oops. Maybe it says Z because it's easier to jump from, yeah. Because here I have to do like a not max jump. But I don't know, I feel like that's a bit easier. Oh, shit. Okay, don't start over. Oh my god, don't start over. Oh, if I start over, I'm gonna quit instantly. Okay. Nope, too early. Too early, too early. But I like this better. I like the B jump better. Yeah! 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 No! This one is really hard because the jump you have to make before the thwomp is so big. So it's really hard to not have so much momentum that you just skedaddle right into the middle and then you're dead. Goodness, goodness. This is a hard level. This is a hard level. Maybe I should go back to spin jumping. Maybe it is a lot easier. Because then I can just do like a max one. I don't have to... There's no subtlety to that part. Yeah, maybe that's easier. Okay. God. Way too early. Way too early. I think it's a little higher up than the other thwomp. I think. Unless I'm going crazy. No, too early. I feel like the swamp is a little higher up. So, you know, that's good. Blum. No, it's too early. What am I doing? I actually have to wait. I can't just be like, ah, that's good enough. Too late. Okay. At least that was too late. At least, you know, it's too late. That's all I can say. We're back to Goldilocksing it. Too early. What would be nice is if I could, like... There we go! Oh my god. Alright, well, I assume that I have to trigger that, but... This looks hard. It looks like I have to get it as the thwomp is going up. Ah, shit. So what I meant by sock foldering it. Sock folder is this legendary figure in speedrunning communities because he uses various scripts and stuff to brute force sequences of inputs that can reliably lead to what used to be like very kind of precise angle type tricks, you know? So a famous example is Cannonless in Super Mario 64. Which is this trick where you fall off a bridge at a very precise angle and clip into a wall to get a star a lot faster than normal. What am I doing? So, it used to be that you just had to try your best to drop off and hit the right angle. And if you didn't get it, you didn't get it. And then Sock Folder, through again like a lot of scripting that would run through tons and tons of brute force attacks, found a system. You like run to a specific spot, but it's a specific spot you can reliably get to. Like I think you run to the end of the bridge and then grab the bridge. What am I doing? And it's guaranteed. Like you can do. Oh yeah, so you grab the end of the bridge and then you stand up, and then you like backflip once and like punch 3 times. You know, it's some specific sequence. And that gets you right into the position that you can just hit like a cardinal direction and then you clip into the wall. So it made things way easier, way more consistent. Everyone loved him. Yeah, he's the hero everyone deserves, the end. And he's done this in many, many games. The Zelda games, the 3D Zeldas, have so many tricks that are like this, where it's like with one specific angle, you can clip through this wall. So he'll find like a wall that you can run up to, so you know that you're perpendicular to it. And then you do like 3 backflips, 2 side hops, and a roll or whatever, and you know that you're at the exact right angle to clip through. What happened there? So yeah, what I wanted here was something like that I didn't actually have to think about the timing. If I just did 2 or 3 things as quickly as possible, I would hit the mushroom. And at first, I thought I got one. Do you remember, like, the very first time I was like, oh, I'm gonna sock folder it? I made it work. And then I just tried like 20 times after that, and it never worked. So now I think we gotta go back to the timing method. Like, there. Yes, finally. Oh my god, we haven't had a good run in so long. Okay. Okay. Oh, oh my lord. And I'm not really sure what to do after that. I think it's like while the thwomp is going back up, I have to jump. What am I doing? I have to jump onto the next one, which looks like it's going to move horizontally. Go. Okay. Okay. It's so hard to control. Because it's like you don't want to do big ones and then miss your window. But then, what am I doing? Oh, sweet! Okay, we got it again. The God Cycle. How will I ever get that again? I did it too late. But that was like the right jump, I think. If I had done it earlier, I don't think I would have hit the ceiling. The God Cycle is already dead. It's back to timing. Now. I really like the grabbing the mushroom thing, though. It's so cool. The way that you use the previous mushroom to time it, I think is really neat. It's really satisfying. And it's like, I feel like if I just focus a little more, I'm like pretty consistent with it. It's these other parts that are really the troublesome one. It's just that I underestimate this part because of it. Yeah, way too early. Alright, we're coming up on 140. Might have to give up soon. Even though we made it to the checkpoint, I might just like leave it on and then I'll try it again. I don't know. I want to think that like it wouldn't necessarily take me that long to get to the checkpoint again. Now that I know what to do everywhere. Like sure, the getting onto the final little stone platform there I've done literally twice. But those two attempts came much closer together than like it took to get to the first one. You know what I mean? So I think a third successful part of the blue top spike top ride would be even closer together than 1 and 2 were. Okay. Good. Good, good. Okay. Oh, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. Oh, it hurts, and I'm sure that I'll find out that that moving platform that I set off there, I have to very specifically time. Okay, alright, here we go. Pretty okay positioning. I just jumped way too soon. That part is really fun too. Hitting the thing, jumping down back onto... I don't know why I spam jump over there, that really threw me off. Jumping back down onto the munchers. Yeah, that's satisfying. Alright. Alright. I think it was just a little bit too early there. What am I doing? Okay. Yeah, that part feels good. It's like I just choose random times to go sometimes. It's so weird. It's like I'm watching, I'm thinking about it, and then suddenly my hands are just moving. Like there. Like, there was nothing about that I thought was the right timing. But I just did it anyways. It just happened anyways. Go. 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 No. I said go earlier each time. Why? Why? Go. 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 Alright. This reminds me of one of my what I think is like one of the coolest tricks I've ever seen in Mario Maker. Is like kind of a Kaizo challenge element in the level Super Sagan's magnum opus. Definitely one of the top 3 hardest Mario Maker levels of all time. There's a part right near the end where you have to time the spin jumps, kicking a bomb that's flying extraordinarily fast across the speed, using a little momentum trick with multiple cannons shooting shells. Okay, go. No! What? That's not when you're supposed to go! What am I doing? Okay. It's really, really cool. It's very, very hard. This is, like, much easier than that. But it's really cool. And just the ways that he... The ways that he figured out how to time it. again, and sort of these methods of occupying kind of everything with inputs so that you're guaranteed to have the final input when you want it. You know, like doing jump, 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 based on some like much more easy reaction right at the start rather than just trying to time the last jump. You know what I'm saying? It's really cool. I think that kind of like reverse engineering, like, what am I doing? I just picked a random time to go. It's so weird. I think this is definitely a section where like tiredness is going to diminish abilities way faster than experience builds them. I just genuinely don't know what I'm doing. I'm losing focus. I'm thinking about this other level and stuff. Yeah, we're gonna have to call it quits soon. Damn it. Alright, there we go. Finally, finally. Now I'm just probably gonna die here. Yeah, it's so hard to make that jump. It's so scary. It's so scary. Okay, okay. No, no, no. At least I stopped myself. Does it seem like the mushroom accelerates a little bit? Like there's the coming out of the pipe part, which is definitely slower. I'm pretty sure. And then it seems like it accelerates. Am I crazy? Nope, too early. It feels like it accelerates a little bit. Call me crazy if you will. I'll use a frame velocimeter to determine its angular trajectory. No, that's not the term I want. That's not the timing I want. How unfortunate. Neither the term nor the timing. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that one does go horizontally, and I just gotta chill out on it. I saw that winged platform whizzing by. What's up with that, huh? The fact that I saw it whizzing by, does that mean it's already GG, perhaps? Only one way to find out. No. It's like I get one timing in my head, and then I mix up whether I'm supposed to be starting to move at that timing, or whether I'm like... Okay, I have no idea. It's just that I think like, oh, the last little shining crystal part. Fuck, that's hard. How did I do it before? I think I was doing slightly shorter spin jumps so that I could drift further out before bonking my head. Okay. How was I doing Okay, there they are. There they are. Oh my god, it's so hard! Okay. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, I guess I should aim for that trajectory of coins, and then I do another thwompsy doodle. Oh, and I had that a few times in a row. That hurts. When you're almost ready to kind of feel a little confident. But no. You're always in danger. You can always just do that. That one will always just happen. There is no escape. Not from the cave. You know, Plato's allegory of the cave. They saw only shadows. They were chained to the wall. They only saw this two-dimensional representation of a world, only silhouette. And you think, that's so fundamentally different to the real world. So incomplete. Literally just one facet. So you go rescue these guys. For their own good. You drag them out of the cave. But you have to drag them. Because to them, the real world, with all of its color, and depth, and navigation... What? Oh, I guess I jumped way too high from the moving platform. I kind of forgot what was going on. I was thinking about the allegory of the cave. So basically it's saying, you know, don't think yourself that you're in some privileged position, that you truly understand the perception of the universe. It's simply what you're used to. Even... What the fuck? I chose a random timing again. Oh, man. My focus is waxing and waning so much. Talking about Plato and shit. Anyways, I'm gonna have to be ripped from this cave, kicking and screaming. That's all I'm saying. Now that I've come this far, you know we have to do it. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just go until 2 hours and then I'll give up. That seems okay. That seems okay. Hopefully you won't begrudge me that. Mein Gott, mein Gott, hakt mich lieber. Nope, too early. Too early. Okay. Been playing video games for... It's gonna be like 2.5 hours when I quit. And then tomorrow I'm going over to a friend's house because a new game came out. And we're probably gonna play 4-player co-op through the entire game, which might just take the entire day. And then yesterday, I went to a Melee Friendlies meetup and played Melee for 3 hours. And then I went to a bar and played Dance Dance Revolution for... Actually not that long, maybe half an hour. There's a lot of gaming going on here. That's all I'm saying. I guess that's why I'm a gamer. This part is so bloody hard. Oh, I see. Yes, of course. I literally had not comprehended that spike before. I thought I could just chill out on that thwomp for a little bit and figure out what was going on. Okay, that was interesting. I sure, skedoodled over there. That was weird. Here we go. Thanks. That was so slick. It was so slick that I almost like didn't comprehend what was happening. And then I almost just stayed on the platform. There's something so satisfying about jumping the absolute minimum height to get onto a platform. You feel like such a ninja. And usually it is the fastest way to do it too. You're more likely to keep more of your vertical or your horizontal speed. What the fuck? What am I doing? That was so obviously the wrong timing, I didn't even allow myself to complete the jump. And now... Okay... There goes that platform. Please wait for me. Please wait for me. It might be a while. It might be a while until I get to that platform. Blip. Blip. Okay. Oh my god, there must be an easier way. There must be something I can do quite consistently there. It's like a very static situation. So far what's worked has not felt consistent at all though. I felt like I did two very different things the two times I've made it to the horizontal thwomp. There was like one other time I made it there, I think. I think I've actually made it there 3 times. But that time I had like such crazy momentum that there was no way I could stay on it for the necessary length of time. Oh my god. God. Hmm? Hmm? Alright, we're getting near the end of what I would say is acceptable. I'm gonna have to do other things soon. Like go to bed. It's so hard to get on there and stay on there, but I actually have to get off again like so quickly. Man, oh man. So you see I'm getting those like medium height ones? So what I'm doing there is like pressing spin jump right as I touch it, but then releasing it very soon after. It's quite hard. And then I have to do like one of those to get some momentum to the right, and then I have to do like another one to get onto the guy, I'm pretty sure, is how I've been doing it. And I can't bonk my head, that's for sure. Or maybe I can bonk my head, who knows. That actually seems really good. I just had to gun it to the right. What the fuck? Oh, sweet. It was the God Cycle. I wasn't paying attention at all. Alright, let's see what this dang thing's for. I swear to God I'm gonna make it this time. I'm gonna make it all the way, and see what that thing is for, and then cry. Or I'll just die to that stupid spike again. Okay, so I gotta get off that one ASAP. Like, really, really ASAP. Okay. Every time I get an okay run, like every time I get to the horizontal thwomp, it's like, I just want to keep going. I just want to keep going. Until I fall asleep playing. That's the worst death. That's the worst death of all. Because it means that I'm overly cautious. It means that I'm not confident in myself. Too early. Too early. Alright, it's the last minute. Let's hope for a miracle. If not, we'll try again some other time. Check this out. Okay, never mind. I think that might actually be possible, just barely. Like, that you'd have enough time to still trigger the platform, jump down, and jump back up. It feels like it's plausible, because you're gonna hit the mushroom a lot lower, so you'll get down to business sooner to defeat the Huns. It's a Mulan joke. Do you guys know, does the live-action Mulan movie, does it still have songs? Does it still have the character Mushu, previously played by Chris Rock? If so, is Mushu like computer generated? I mean, it would have to be. There's no such thing as real dragons. I kind of feel like all of that stuff is gone now. But I talked to my mom about it, and she was of the other opinion. She's like, I don't understand how they could do that movie if they removed like the Chris Brown character and stuff. Alright, we're gonna stop for now. I think I'm just gonna like leave it here, and then I can play some more without losing my checkpoint. I do like it. We're gonna beat it eventually, maybe. I don't know. KKWIXD, do you have any tips? Can you please give me tips? Just anything. Anything at all. Ooh, important information. How do I get onto that swamp? Oh. Okay. Okay. Alright. Well, I'll see you next time for more of this, I guess. Alright. Bye-bye. Bye.